What's going on, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to the Drew Deeks channel tonight. Could you have scripted it any differently? Could you have scripted it any differently? Well, first things first, the Montreal Canadiens do beat the Seattle Kraken 4-2. All right, let's get to the obvious here. It took Uri Slafkovsky not nearly as long to get his first career NHL goal. Did not take him nearly as long. But tonight, you guessed it right. You guessed it absolutely right. That it would happen where, even though it took a lot longer, like I said, between these two players, Jonathan Kovacevic gets his first career NHL goal, guys. Unbelievable. Honda Civic himself. Let's put it up here. Shout out Hockey Junkie. Let's put it up. Where is Johnny? Where's Johnny? Here he is. Jonathan Kovacevic getting his first career NHL goal with the Montreal Canadiens. Oh, man. It was a long time coming. For Honda Civic. Shout out Hockey Junkie. He will be appearing in an episode with me later today. I'm assuming you guys are watching this on Wednesday. He will be joining me for an episode. Jonathan Kovacevic gets his first career NHL goal with the Montreal Canadiens. Took him 27 games, and he finally gets it. All right. I'll stop. I'll give him the shout out. You guys. I'm having some fun. Yes, he did. He did get his first career NHL goal against us after for so long I said we should take this kid right here over Uri Slafkovsky. We do not. As you guys may fondly remember, those of you that have been following my channel for quite a while, you guys know that I put out tons of Shane Wright content. I was on the Shane Wright train, and here it is. He gets his first career NHL goal against us. He gets a little bit of revenge, short-lived, might I add, though, because the Montreal Canadiens, they still get the W. Uri Slafkovsky, his first career NHL goal, the Habs got the W. And he hasn't had to play a single solitary second so far in the AHL. Uri Slafkovsky has also hadn't played a single solitary second in North America until he came over here when he got drafted by the Montreal Canadiens. So there's that as well. So I know that, Scotian Canadian Matt Bedard, shout out to Matt, who we know stepped away from YouTube here a while back, but he went at it with some fans tonight, and I disagree with him. I do disagree with Matt's take on the fact that Shane Wright's development path maybe looks better than Slav's right now. I think it's way too early to say that, but it's one of those moments tonight where Shane Wright pulls it off. Of course he does. Gets his first career NHL goal against the team that passed on him, but by the way, two other teams passed on him too, so don't forget that. So it's not just the Canadiens passing on Shane Wright first overall. It's the Arizona Coyotes. It's the New Jersey Devils. So say it as you will. Montreal feels they picked the best player in Uri Slafkovsky. And he's got 4 goals, 4 assists at the NHL level with no AHL games played. He's on an NHL development path that so far hasn't had to have him go down to the minors. I'm not saying he won't. I don't know if he will. But he's getting his lumps. He got his first welcome to the NHL moment last night against Vancouver, thanks to Luke Schenn. He's been getting hit. He's been taking some body. We know that. But that's okay. Slav's getting better and better with time. Like a fine wine, my friends. All right, so let's talk about the rest of this game, shall we? Because the goal scorers for the Montreal Canadiens, as we know, Jonathan Kovacevic getting his first career NHL goal. Cole Caulfield getting his team-leading 15th for the Habs. He's got 15 goals in 24 games. Am I not correct on this? Let me just pump up Hockey DB for a very, very quick second because, of course, Uri Slafkovsky trending number 1 right now. Cole Caulfield behind him, and Shane Wright in third. Sorry, Shane. You're still being passed even on Hockey DB right now. He was number 1 earlier, I'm pretty sure, with Slav. But Cole Caulfield right now, a team leading 15 goals in 26 games, forgive me, for 24 points in 26 games. Cole's going to get 30 easily if he stays healthy, and I pray that he will. All right, so we saw the Habs also score 2 goals within 7 seconds, by the way, in the second period. And I'm going to say this about Josh Anderson really quick. If we do move on from him, you guys will miss him, and I will too. So, Sean Monahan's still out of the lineup right now. He came out last night after the Vancouver game because he got hurt. And I think that he's much more likely to move than Josh Anderson this season based on the value alone at this current moment. But I do think we will miss Josh Anderson if he does move on this season or at any point. I think we will miss him because there's just those moments where he does what he does. He has those rushes down the ice. He just has that breakaway speed and can execute. And that was a great play from Slavkovsky and Christian Dvorak getting the puck over to Anderson. But before that, we saw Cole Caulfield because, Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, have you heard of them? Two All-Stars that, frankly, we didn't, know would be All-Stars. I think they are. I think you got to get those guys to the All-Star game. Hands down. I know Nick went last year. You got to bring Cole to that All-Star game. I'm going to throw that out there for him. Also, Remy Pitlick finally getting his first of the season after being put on waivers, being a healthy scratch. So Rem Pitlick gets in on the action. Jake Allen. We got to talk about Jake Allen in this game because he was very, very good. And the game kind of started similar to Vancouver last night. The Habs could have easily went down a couple of goals early in this game, but they didn't because Jake Allen kept them in it. Now, I was so encouraged near the beginning of the game because Jake Allen made a great save on Shane Wright. And then I was texting my sister like, oh, what a save. I knew we had already won at this point. I was rewatching the first period after watching the end of the game. So I didn't even know Shane Wright got his first goal against us, by the way, until I saw it on Twitter. So bummer. But you know what? Like I said, shout out to the kid, whatever. I'm having a little bit of fun tonight. I'm having a little bit more fun than last night because I got all serious on you guys after Marty St. Louis' press conference changed the tone of the post-game video last night versus Vancouver. But Marty St. Louis is a great coach. I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to continue to enjoy having him as a coach. Call me a bootlicker if you want. I don't care. I love him. And if you admit it deep down in your heart, you love him too. Just get over your pride. Just admit it. All right. But anyways, the Habs stick with it in this game, and they go into a very, very similar situation. You guys saw that the Kraken, by the way, scored with less than a second to pull within 2 at the end of the second period. That was pretty amazing, actually. The fact that they were able to pull that off, and then right there you kind of thought, oh, geez, here we go again. But the Habs held down the fort in the third period. They kept the 2-goal lead. They did not diminish it, and stuck it out to the end. And they got Jake Allen a big W because he deserved it, by the way. It's just been like a toss-up between Jake Allen and Sam Montembeault for who's going to have a showstopper performance because they've both had them this season, which is pretty cool. Shooting in 24 frames, by the way, on the camera. I really like the way this looks right now. It's more of a cinematic feel, so I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. All right, well, that's all I got, you guys. You know what? Tonight was a fun game. It was a fun game. We got to see these two guys square off for the first time. First overall pick in the 2022 NHL entry draft, Uri Slavkovsky versus Shane Wright, 4th overall pick in the 2022 draft, where the Canadiens passed on him. And yes, he had his moment. He stared them down, but he did it actually from the bench. Well, not from the bench. He actually got his first goal. So shout out to Shane. Okay. I'm happy for him a little bit, just a bit, only a little bit. But in the end, folks, I will say without a shadow of a doubt, and I got the jersey on right now. I got number 20 as much as I pumped Shane Wright's tires for ever and ever. I will say, and before I let you guys go, actually, let me rewind a little bit here. Just a reminder, Hockey Junkie will be joining me himself. The Hockey Junkie himself will be joining me for an episode later today. And leave your comments down below about this game. Say whatever you want. I don't care what it is. Let it out. Just say what's on your heart and mind. But I will say this, and I will end by saying simply this, that the Montreal Canadiens in the 2022 NHL entry draft made the right pick. Capital R. We'll see you soon, guys. Go Habs, go.